Ladies and gentlemen, update 23 is here in Warframe. Now, in order to start the cinematic quest, the Sacrifice, you will need to complete every quest up until the Apostasy Prologue. Now, upon completing the Apostasy Prologue, you can start the Sacrifice by going into your Codex quest log and starting the Sacrifice there. And upon completing the Sacrifice, you'll get the main gist of the content that came in update 23. Besides that, we also got some cosmetics in the update with Umbra Armor, the Umbra Companion Armor, and the Dax Dana. Now you can get all of that stuff in a collection for the Sacrifice collection, and that is pretty cheap for what you're getting. There's also the Umbra in Action Glyph, and some Operator cosmetics coming in the form of a blindfold, diadem, earpiece, and hooded scarf, each of which do cost platinum. By going into the Operator customization and purchasing it there, you can't go through the market, and they are rather expensive for what they are. Now, also in the update came the changes to the UI. Now, they will be continuing the UI 3.0 process over the future of the year. You will see when you log into the game that the login screen has changed. That is one of the 8 screens that have seen changes with the new UI passover. So the actual screens that have changed are the login screen, the inventory management screen, storefronts such as Barrow, the Captura screen, and the new addition of the actual UI 3.0 customization screen. In order to customize your screen, you will have to go into your settings, go into UI customization, and boom, you can edit from there. Now, each of the themes that came in the update will cost 50 platinum. There is about 6 of them that you do have to purchase, but you do get 3 themes for free. So, I guess that's a fucking fair trade, even though I don't believe it. Moving on from that, however, weapons with Exalted Weapons now have their own individual modding section for those weapons. So Excalibur's Exalted Blade, Ivara's Artemis Bow, Mace's Regulators, even though that one's fucking stupid, he gives 1V and fucking 2 dashes, even though it's a pistol fucking based modding weapon, so whatever. Even though the mandatory mods for pistols are all fucking Vs, but whatever, do what you want, DE. Titania's Dex Pixia and the Daiwata, so you'll have to dump a shit ton of Forma into both of those weapons. Valkyr's Talons, and Wukong's Iron Staff. So, enjoy the fucking Forma that you'll have to place into them. Now, these Exalted Weapons will not add Mastery to your Mastery rank. Exalted Weapons don't have Riven mods generated for them. Titania's Dex Pixia will now use secondary mods as well. Melee Exalted Weapons will now have their Stance mod permanently displayed in the modding UI for those curious, and it's as simple as that. Now, Limbo also saw some changes, since he does have his Limbo Prime access coming up soon. So, basically, Stasis will only stop time for the enemies, and no longer for his teammate. And the duration of that ability has been reduced from 30 seconds to 15 seconds as well. Now, the controller also saw some more changes going off the feedback with the recent update before it, and for those interested about the PC controller changes, they're up on your screen, you can read them here. I won't go over them because I can't actually show the changes that were made. Now, moving on to general additions that came to the game, Onko now has new items in his shop with Eidolon relics and more, as well as his own cave scene for Captura. Old Man Sumbat now has offerings as well. He has a number of Orbiter decorations in there. They are extremely expensive, but if you want to get them, go right ahead. Now, High Luck also has a boot decoration for your Orbiter as well, so if you want to get that and highlight all the boots that you have from fishing, you can do so by purchasing that decoration from High Luck herself. They added some more particles and effects to Saren and Octavia's abilities. They added a new challenge for completing the Sacrifice quest, whatever that means, and they added a new description to Captura's scenes. Now, as for general changes that came in the update, Excalibur Prime's armor has been raised from 250 to 300. The Terrorless, Gauntless, and Hydralist will no longer regenerate shields immediately after teleporting from being stuck. They increased Titania's Daiwata damage to 200, the critical chance to 20%, and the critical multiplier to 2 times. They slightly lowered the Battlist and Conquerless base health from 1300 to 1150. They also slightly reduced the Battlist projectile damage. You can now include the end sign in your Zor weapon naming. They did some audio polishing for the Sanctuary Onslaught game mode. They made a shit ton more micro optimizations. The Ancient and Scorpion grappling hooks no longer go through Gara's mass vitrifier wall. They moved the UI cursor sensitivity setting from controls to interface. They moved Cetus Wisp and Maprico tree spawn points a bit further away from the water in the northwestern corner of the plains. After the target is captured in a capture mission, the levels will automatically turn off after 1 minute, and enemy spawns will stop after 2 minutes. Stunning or knocking down Conculus during their Whirlwind ability and Battalists during their omnidirectional laser ability will now cancel those abilities. They remove the Steam controller icons from the list of selectable sets and swap them with the Xbox One icons. They remove the max enemy count reach message from the Simulacrum enemy selector screen. Punch-through mods will no longer affect the Zenith's alternate fire deployable disc. GPU particles are now part of the Melee Slam Spark by default. They increase the size of the focus lens icon to be on par with the size of Forma, Mastery, and other icons. They optimized the survival HUD slightly. They updated the show friend invite notifications in your gameplay options to show friend request notifications, and they also changed the receive friend invites from to receive friend requests from. They also improved the decoration placement camera collision, and they updated some of the structures in the Corpus Gas City tile set. Operator hoods will also now appear open and masks removed when they are involved in a cutscene. As for fixes, they are up on your screen, you can read them here, or read them on the forums. As I said at the start, this is a pretty fucking small update for a mainline update. There's hardly any content besides the quest, but that's what we have, so...